had our interview with Dare DeMartile. Just a couple quick little questions. Overall, how do you feel about Hangtown? How'd Hangtown go for you, dude?
I felt good. I was going in with a goal of top 20, and that was my goal last year too. I got to do Washougal. That was my pro debut, and I think I ended up like 28th at Washougal. So I came in fresh out of arena cross, got into outdoor, did my time, and was going in, I would say prepared, but I was, no one knows. It's the first race of the year. You got to go in and do your thing and see where you're at. And so I ended up 20th first moto and 19th the second for 20th overall.
Nice.
So scored 3 points, and I'm in the title I'm in the run for the championship,
Nice.
I guess you could say.
Nice.
So.
Right on. And then we got Glen Helen coming up this weekend. What are some things that you're, really focusing on? Something that you've learned from Hangtown that might prepare you for Glen Helen?
Just seat time. I think just more seat time and getting some motos down and really just pushing in those 30 minutes because it's going to be tough. I mean, the tracks are just treacherous, So just pushing in and getting all my motos in and getting suspension and everything dialed in that I need to get dialed in, and just keep plugging away. I'm going to try to get to all the rounds, and then hopefully get a top 20 overall and get some more points.
Nice. And then this is kind of a little like off topic, but how do you feel like looking back on your journey as like an amateur and all the grind time that you put in to make it to actually ride at the pro level? Like looking back and reflecting on that, what is something that you could like offer to like the younger riders out there that want to ride at the pro level one day?
That's a good question. It's just, for me, it was riding a lot, going to the track and not doing 3 laps and pulling off, going to the track and putting your time in and being serious with it. And there's you can have fun, and there's serious and fun times for sure, but you gotta put your motos in and put the time in. That's what mostly did it for me was, Tuesdays and Thursday nights, anywhere, just riding, just putting the time in, no matter who's there, no matter what's going on, just putting laps down. Yeah.
And I feel like the way that I perceive it too is there's no replacement for seat time. Like,
no.
And a lot of people I feel like get caught up with like, oh, people think this about me, people think this about me. At the end of the day, dude, it doesn't matter what people think about you. You got to go in, put in the seat time, reflect on what you need to fix to become a better rider, and then just continue on your journey and just get to that level.
Well, they say there's no better training than, riding.
Yeah.
There's nothing else better you can do except ride. So you just, there's also, you can have fun and do it, but there's also serious times where you need to go and put in work and do it. If you really want to take it to that next level, then that's what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to sacrifice, fun times and really push yourself to get to that next level. Then it just, it only gets harder, and it just
dude, seriously, you gotta think about it. You're, best way to put it, you're like top 20 riders, in the nation right now.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean,
that's what that whole thing ranks you
on.
It's
seriously,
crazy.
it's crazy. But Hangtown's a gnarly track. Hangtown is one of the gnarliest tracks on the circuit, and I just feel like if you can finish top 20 there, that's really saying something. That's like, it's not number 1, but at the same time, you're there, you're doing it. You put in the time, you've grinding your ass off to make it to that point, and now you're with the big dogs, so you gotta just restart all over again and learn it now just with the big dogs.
I'm young and fit, and I'm in shape, and I'm dedicated for it, and I have some good people backing me. Standard's one of my number 1 supporters, and I'm just gonna keep plugging away, and we'll see how it goes. I'm excited. I'm glad I reached my goal for the first round, and so I'm just gonna keep building off that and only get better.
And this is really one of the first interviews that I've done with one of the riders, but I hope you know that you're like paving the way for the future right now, dude.
Yeah.
Like you're the young cat that first interview, you're literally leading by example, and in my hopes, it's like my dream is to actually motivate all the NorCal talent to just, dude, put in the time. Put in the time, and like you said, there's no replacement for seat time, hard work, dedication, and just time, dude. It's literally just labor.
Yeah.
And you're just working in that direction. So
Yeah. Gotta keep digging.
gotta keep digging.
Yeah.
What are some obstacles you see yourself facing throughout this season?
Just one of the biggest obstacles, and it's already happened to me once, is I got into press day at Hangtown, and that was really beneficial for me. You get to ride the track, all the factories, and everyone's out there, and getting known, being known as one of the dudes that does it, that is doing the national circuit is gonna be tough, just because you gotta get your name out there, you gotta talk to people, and then it'll be like smooth sailing. It's just that's what I want to get to, the point where I can show up and I can do press day and I can be at all those events with all those guys, because when you're top 20, that's if you go to Racer X, the overall, they just show you the top 20. That's like all they care about is people who are getting points.
Yeah.
So if you keep getting points and you keep showing your face at every round, then you get considered to be one of the guys, I guess.
Yeah.
So that's just what my number one obstacle is that I'm going to try to get to, and I know it's going to be tough, but that's what I'm planning for.
Yeah, and I could relate to you on that, just from like my standpoint with like what we're doing with standard. Like a year and a half ago, like my friends were calling me crazy. Like people were calling me crazy, like, oh, you want to do this in the motocross industry and this and that. And it's like, okay, well, reflecting back on this year's Hangtown, like people are now starting to like respect, all of the efforts that us at Standard put in, and it's like it's a good feeling. And I feel like once you get that first amount of inertia and that momentum going, you just have to flourish on that and just keep rolling.
Snowball
with it, dude.
effect.
Snowball effect, dude. It's gonna be you got to climb that hill before you can get any momentum to start going, and then you just got to carry it over. So
exactly.
Yeah, I'm excited, dude. Like I said, just you're going out doing the thing, going to the national circuit. We're doing everything we can to help you. But yeah, just for all you young guns out there, Dare's out here doing it. Dare's racing the national circuit, and we got a clothing company backing him. So
Exactly.
we're excited to see what the future holds. But I feel like we're moving in the right direction. It's all learning experience, dude.
It's crazy to think where it's all started, and how many laps and just how much stuff that's just went on to get me to this point. But like I said, at the end of the day, it's all gonna be worth it. And if you have heart in it, then keep going.
Dude, I totally agree with it. You got heart in it, passion. Dude, it's just the sweat, the labor, that's just all a side effect. It don't matter.
Yeah. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it.
Yeah, 100%. And I feel like you just have to have the heart to actually do it. Heart, and like I said, there's no replacement for just hard work, dude.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. It's all it is.
All it is.
All it is.
It is. It's just grinding.
I mean, obviously, to compete at the level you're at, you have to make sacrifices, and how do you feel about making sacrifices? Are they valuable to you, or what's your input on that?
Well, that's one of the toughest things as a teenager, I think, just because, especially with just the whole 21st century, just teenagers, high school, the college, the whole deal, the parties, the all that, you really got to sacrifice a lot, birthdays and time on the road. I mean, it's bad timing. The motocross doesn't revolve around you got to revolve around it. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So it's just it's crazy. I miss prom. I mean, homecoming, like all the stuff that people that I've talked to that are older, in the older youth, talk about that. That was like one of their cool life experiences.
Yeah.
And you just gotta. It sucks to sacrifice, but at the end, it makes you feel better. When you're at the race and you did your work during the week and you got rid of you did some sacrifices and stuff like that. So yeah, I've sacrificed a lot. When I was a teenager, just people, birthday parties, just whatever, big events that I just, would rather go put in my time and go race than go to. That's just like, it comes down to that decision every time. It's like, that's kind of gives you the reminder of how much do you want it. Do you want to go race and, go win and maybe, put that on your resume and be able to put that on your resume, or do you want to go to your buddy's birthday party or, you know, or you want to go out to the movies that night or something. You know, you got to be in bed early and, you know, up early too.
Yeah.
So
I feel like too, the way that I perceive sacrifices is like, you make these sacrifices because you want something, right? And then when you get to that breaking point where you're like, damn, I want to give up, if you can reflect on like your journey and everything you sacrificed as well, and that's just going to give you that momentum. You're like, okay, I've sacrificed this, and this.
Exactly.
I'm right here. Like, I'm going to give it my 110% to make it over that little bit. You know, I feel like 100% people give up when they get close to, you know, their breaking point. And it's like, okay, stop, chill out, reflect on your sacrifices, and respect like those moments that you've given up. So when you're right there about to break through and thinking about quitting, you look back at everything you sacrificed and you're just like, nope, gotta hammer it 100%, 110% all the time.
That's what you gotta do. I mean, then, you know, it's then if you don't sacrifice, it's just the bottom line. It's just what you're gonna have to do if you want something, and that's with anything in life too. You know,
I agree, dude. I agree.
You're gonna have to sacrifice, you know, some things no matter what you want or what you want to do in life. Yeah,
and I think you just have to figure out. You have to evaluate. You know, what are you willing to sacrifice for where you want to be in life? You know,
exactly.
It's all just a journey. Because, like I said, dude, I can relate. I'm in a different standpoint because, you know, I'm helping build a company that's trying to back you, putting in all this effort to like help dudes like you. Because one thing that I respect is work ethic, and you have it. Because I can relate to it because, you know, we built what this is now today, and I've made so many sacrifices, you know, like not going out on like Fridays, Saturdays. It's like, okay, dude, go to the shop, or a lot for me too. It's like learning. It's like learn and then apply, learn from your mistakes you made, and then go from there. But you got to make the sacrifice because there's only 24 hours in the day, so you got to choose what's important to you.
Exactly.
Keep grinding. So cool. I think that's
about it.
That's about it. All right.
Cool.
All right, Dare. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Glad to be here.
Hell yeah.